Hey guys, this is just the intro part of the video. I just wanted to let you know I don't mention it when I actually start really going with this video, but in the video description below I will put different timestamps in the video for different parts just in case you want to skip through because this is going to be kind of lengthy. Some people may not want to watch all of some of the content, so I will leave time markers in the description below just in case you want to skip around. That's it on the proper video. Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with another lovely video. In this one, I'm largely going to be talking about I'm going to kind of do a live ABX test. I'm going to be comparing a 320 kilobit MP3 and a FLAC file. Now, what we're going to be listening to is a song by Amon Amarth from their Deceiver of the Gods album, called Father of the Wolf. It's one of my killer samples for MP3, largely due to the fact that there's a lot of detail in this track, especially with the hi-hats and the cymbals, and you can hear some rumbling bass, and some real good detail with the drums, and of course there's a lot of mids. It's just a very well detailed track overall, and if I go below 320 MP3 I can pick it out in ABX testing, but I'm not really here to strain my ears below 320 MP3. It's more to compare lossless and really high quality 320 CBR MP3. That's kind of the whole point of this exercise. I also threw in a couple of really low bitrate MP3s more for fun. I did it because I'm going to explain how the ABXing and foobar works. And by the way, if you guys want to recreate this for yourselves, I will put a link in the description below. But hearing the low bitrate MP3s will probably take you back to the really early days of the internet. The first time I ever heard streaming audio was probably at roughly this bit rate, so you'll get kind of an idea of what streaming audio sounded like back in the dial-up days, right? So yeah, I mean, we've had the bandwidth now to stream good audio really, ever since you can do it even over DSL. So it's not like it requires extreme speed to get high quality high quality streaming audio. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to start with an ABX between the 320 kilobit MP3 and the 24 kilobit MP3. Basically, I'm going to show you the way that the way the ABXing works and the way the files are selected. So I'm going to select the MP3, the 320 first, and the 24 second, and then you can see they're both selected. I'll go ahead and right click Utilities, and you can go to ABX. We're just going to go, we're not going to go for a certain number of tracks here, so we're just going to go ahead and start this up. And I already know that A will be the 320 and B will be the 24. How do I know this? Well, because it always works the same way, and I'll explain that here in a minute. So let's go ahead and get listening. Well, I think it's pretty obvious which one was which there. Obviously, A was the 320 and B was the 24. And it's going to be the same on this trial as well. It never changes what A and B are. But X and Y change every time. So check it out again. Alright, it's pretty obvious which is which, and it's not by order of what you click on. It's actually in the list there. Basically, works top to bottom, because I'll go ahead and clear my selection, and I'll go ahead and I'll click on the 24 kilobit first, and then the 320 MP3. The 320 MP3 will still be A. You'll observe. Here we go. Clearly, right? Alright, clearly that's the 320. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play a little bit of the 24 kilobit MP3 just for fun, just so you can hear a little bit more of the music in really low quality, just so you can, like I said, get an idea of the old days, just in case you're too young to remember this stuff. So here we go. Alright, that's enough of the really low quality stuff. You know, I just did that again to relive it, and it does sound pretty awful by modern standards. But it's not like that's the only thing we had to listen to back then. Clearly, we still had CDs that sound tremendous. But it was pretty exciting at the time to be able to have any sort of streaming audio of any sort while you were, you know, browsing the internet back in those days. So it's just kind of that was just a little trip on the Wayback Machine. But on to the main event. I'm gonna do probably about 10 trials here, where I'm gonna compare the MP3 and the FLAC. Now, the MP3 will always be A, and the FLAC will always be B, because again, it does it by, you know, physically what's higher up on the screen. So we got the MP3 higher up, so that will be A, and the FLAC will be B. Don't know why that's how this program works. It just is. So we're going to be listening for, or at least what I'm going to be listening for. I don't know how well any of this is going to come across when you guys at home eventually, you know, watch this. I'm going to be listening for basically hi-hat detail, bass detail, drums, overall imaging detail, all that kind of crap. And I'll pause after I make my guess on each one and tell you how confident I was, what I heard, why I thought it was, whatever it was, and it will tell me in real time if I'm right or wrong. Now, you're supposed to do this blind where you don't get your results till the end, but that won't be as entertaining of a video if I do it that way, so I'll cheat a little bit and let it kind of tell me as I go along if I get it right or not. Now, I've done this several times today. The highest, listening through my speakers, as I gave it a try. I tried doing this with speakers. I couldn't get, you know, like 3 out of 10 tries, which is terrible. But speakers are not nearly as detailed as headphones, and the best I've been able to do is 7 out of 10 with the headphones. But typically I've been averaging, I got 3 out of 10 twice on the headphones and 6 out of 10. So I'm probably right about 5 out of 10 with the headphones, which of course is guessing when it's 5 out of 10. So the only way I'm gonna, you know, really changed my opinion on the whole 320 versus FLAC thing is if by some miracle I do a lot better. So let's go ahead and dive in and get started. So start off by selecting my files here, and obviously when I switch between these, they're going to sound probably to you guys the same. And if you're, you know, if you want to go along it, while you're doing this and see if you can guess. Feel free, and let me know how you did. So here we go. Again, I don't know how well this will work for you though, based on the compression of this video and YouTube's compression. So may not work that good, but here we go. That's the MP3, and that is the FLAC. All right, guys, on this one, I think Y is the FLAC. So that is the first one. X is A, Y is B. The reason I chose that is I think it sounded slightly better, slightly less fatiguing, but it was very subtle. My confidence that I'm right is kind of low, so let's find out. And that was trial 1. Tell me if I got it right or not. So we got our selected and locked in. I got it wrong. There we go. Well, onwards. Let's see if I get this next one right. Okay, again, I'm going to make the same selection. I think Y sounded slightly better, slightly more detailed than X, and I think it sounded more similar to B. I'm not even going to listening to A because that's the MP3. I'm trying to pick, because B is always the FLAC, so I'm trying to pick the MP3 from X or Y, right? But I think Y sounded slightly better again. I could be wrong. Confidence is low. Let's see if I was right on that one. I was wrong. This is not going well so far. All right, onwards to the next one. guys, this time I'm going to choose X is B. I think it sounded more similar, slightly more detailed. Again, my confidence is low because, well, I've gotten none of them right up to this point. So we're going to go with second option here. Let's see if I was right. Oh, 1 out of 3. Whatever. Let's keep going. Okay, guys, this time I'm gonna, I think Y is the flak. Again, for all the same reasons. I think it sounds slightly better. Let's see if I'm right. Ooh, now I'm at statistically that I'm guessing. So 2 out of 4. Pretty exciting stuff. So here we go. A little more listening. Ahead the track a little bit, I think. Gently in his hand and looked up to the sky with evil thoughts of vicious kindness in his dead state. His thoughts of bringing back to life the wasted on him blind. Serpents came, born of sin, dark within, father of the wolves. Guys, I think X in this one is the flak. Maybe slightly better detail. Again, my confidence is low on all of these. This is obviously it's extremely hard to discriminate. I think maybe it's X. We'll find out. Oh my gosh, 3 out of 5. Imagine that. Okay, onwards. Born of sin, dark within, Alright guys, this time I'm guessing X again, for same reasons. Okay guys, picking back up here. Looks like I was correct in that last guess. So yeah, right now I'm at 4 out of 6, which shockingly is kind of high. You know, I could very easily be a lot lower than this. So I had to step away for a minute, but let's go ahead and kind of continue this exercise. See if I can get myself. Okay, so anyway, on to flak. Alright guys, this time I'm going to guess X as well. It sounds slightly, the high end sounds a little bit better, a little more detailed on X. So that's going to be my guess. Let's see if I'm right. Nope, I was wrong. That was incorrect. So yeah, right now I'm at 4 out of 7. Not doing great. You know, it's certainly not a slam dunk. Just slightly better than half. So let's see where we're at on this one. Alright guys, this time I'm guessing Y. To me, it sounds a little bit better than X. It's closer to B, blah blah blah. Let's see if I am correct. Yeah. Yes. Hooray. Alright, onwards to this one. Alright guys, I'm going to guess Y again. Again, I think it just sounds slightly clearer. Again, I could be wrong. My confidence is low. Let's see if I'm right. And it will tell me. No, I was incorrect. Yeah, 5 out of 9 is not a great score for this. So clearly I was incorrect. We'll start off with the FLAC again.
He held it gently in his hand and looked up to the sky with evil thoughts of vicious kind and sinister disdain. His thoughts of bringing back to life the wish it died in blood. Serpents came, born of sin, dark within, father of the wolves. Serpents came, born of sin, dark within, father of the wolves. He then devoured Gulliver's heart and she was born again. They brought to life an evil force, a beast decapitated, with dark deception in his soul, betrayal.
Again, guys, I'm going to guess why for all the same reasons. Let's see if I'm correct. 6 out of 10. That's slightly more than half correct at 10. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and just for a little bit of fun, we're going to do a trial here of complete guessing. We're not going to actually listen to the music. We're just going to hit buttons and see how well we do at a random chance. So let's go ahead and do this. And we're not going to do training mode. In fact, we'll go to 20 just for fun. Since we're not really listening at all, we're just going to hit a button. Let's see what happens here. How'd we do? 9 out of 20. That is completely, obviously paying no attention to the music at all and just randomly hitting buttons. I got almost half of them right. So what can this, excuse me, what can we kind of tell from all of this? Well, the fact that I was only able to get slightly better than half when I was actually listening on 6 out of 10. And I'm sure if I had gone on to 20 rounds, but I don't think you guys wanted to sit through that. 10 was definitely long enough. You know, I don't think we would have done a lot better. You know, to my ears anyway, I'm sorry, 320 MP3 is fine. I'm not trying to convince you guys what to use. I mean, for listening, 320 MP3 is fine. Now, if you want to convert your, if you want to, you know, archive your CDs, you're probably better off to do it in FLAC because you can always transcode it to another format and you won't lose any audio quality. Whereas if you transcode a 320 kilobit MP3 to anything else, you're going to lose audio quality every time you change formats. So that's something to keep in mind. But for actually listening, if you can hear the difference, your ears are shitload better than mine. And of course, some of you might say, oh, well, you're listening on shit equipment. Well, I know I've shown this in a lot of my other videos, but just in case you're new, my preferred headphones are the ATH M50Xs, hooked into an Audio Engine D1 DAC/headphone amp. So, no, it is not the most high-end, you know, setup ever, but you know, it sounds pretty great to me. And I would challenge any self-proclaimed golden ear audiophile out there to do the same challenge with your own equipment. See if you really can hear the difference between 320 MP3 and FLAC. Hell, test out high-res audio versus 320 MP3. Make sure it's transcoded from the same file. That way you don't have, you know, loudness differences or other things that can tip you off. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was a long one, but, you know, like I said, I put in the video description all of the time stamps so you could just skip to the parts you wanted, but you actually watched this entire thing. Thank you so much. As always, if you enjoyed this, thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down. Share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.